Hello, everybody, and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. I am a part time reseller and I make content all about things I am picking up and things that have been selling for me. Today, I have a video about what has sold for me from the week of February 23rd until March 1st. So I had a really good week this week. I sold this floral bell sleeve dress, yellow girls, size 10. This had a lot of interest across a lot of platforms, but it did not have a material tag. It didn't have a brand tag. This was an item that I got in one of the bags I bought off of my friend, the one I opened during the summer. It was really cute. Uh, if it's gonna show us, it had like that's the print, but it had these little bows on it and lace. That's just my thing. It says size 10 right there. I was asking $20. It was on a 20% off offer, and someone offered me $5. I've had it since the summer, and I know I've mentioned before about like a new direction that I need to go because I'm only part time. So they offered $5. I had about $1 into it. I took it. So I made $3.64 off this. Um, Everything left from these bags is pure profit, especially after that baby doll top I sold. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. If you've been watching my videos. These are another pair of the Carhartt Rugged Flex Relaxed Fit double front jeans, size 8 tall in women's. They measured 32 by 32. These were brand new. I bought a bunch of them at Ollie's for $10. I had these listed for $34.98, and they must have offered me $29.89 or something. I don't know. Maybe it was an offer my Nifty sent out. Um, my profit was $14.42. Those were listed for 78 days, and the dress was listed for 98 days. Another Lily finally sold. Lily Pulitzer Destiny Ross shift dress, size 2XL tank dress. I had the little um, stock photo in here. I forget what I had it listed at. That was such a cute print. And I show the print up close. Um, I don't know if this was an offer or not. I don't remember. So my cost of goods was $4. That makes my profit $28.80. I had that for 83 days. These boots, they were listed for 123 days, but they were super cute and they were like moto. But I looked them up, and this is what they were called: the Lucky Brand Women's Chevis motorcycle leather boot, size 5.5, which could be what took them so long to sell. And they had the brown buckles all over them. Um, they were really in decent condition for leather boots, and the bottoms were like great. So I forgot what I had those listed at. I was offered 15 and I took it. My cost of goods was $3.50. So I made $8.50. I think I might have had them listed for like, I might have just marked them down because at the 120-day mark, I start dropping prices and I just want to get rid of it. So I probably had them listed for like 25 or 20, and then I dropped it to 20, and then they offered me 15, and I asked, just let them take it. This is a Columbia women's fleece jacket, size extra large, full zip, solid, purple pockets with pockets. This person is trying to return it, and they are saying it is not a women's extra large. But I asked them to show me pictures of the tags, so we will see what happens there. I had it listed for $19.98, and then they were in my 20% off sale for $15.98. And so my Nifty must have sent out like a 5% offer. They purchased them for 15.17. After $5 cost of goods, I made $6.95 after 119 days. So this was a kid's book. I it's these There's a really funny story. So one of my kids' books sold on Mercari, and then a little while later, like maybe an hour later, one of my other books sold, and I don't even think it was an hour. So I thought it was the same person. So before I like shipped them and everything, I was checking to make sure they were going to two different people, or what, we could do for them for the shipping so that they didn't have to pay shipping twice. But it was weird. They were going to two different people. But I had this listed for 318, um sold for $2.17. Um my cost of goods was $2. I made 2 cents off of that, which kind of sucks. But I don't mind like kids books. My kids loved those books, and I am all about kids reading books. This one I lost 50 cents on, which kind of sucks. But as I said, it's a kid's book, and oh well, at least someone else is going to enjoy it. So these are like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Man, Captain Underpants. So you figure like with shipping and everything, they're paying $7 or $8 for a used book for a kid to read. Like, that's a lot. So I know I purchased a lot of these for my kids, and I would find them at Salvation Army for like 49 cents and stuff, and, you know, buy them that way. So that one I did lose 50 cents, but it doesn't bother me as much as if it was anything else, honestly. These were a pair. So this was one of the things out of the bags from my friends too, and these were listed for 140 days. So 140 days ago, I did not know what I know now, and these were probably not keyworded very well. Butt lifter, shapewear, BBL, black leggings, tummy control, size medium, and then I listed the measurements. I actually found something similar. It didn't have a brand or anything on it. I had them listed for $17.98. They were in my 30% off sale. I took an offer for $8, so I made $4.76. Here is some more yarn that sold. These were like the size of baseballs. They were two tiny little things, but they were a lot of two Rowan, Lima, burgundy, and burnt orange baby alpaca merino wool. Um, I think I had them listed for like 15.98, and my Nifty sent out like a 5% offer or something. So those were only listed for 13 days. My cost of goods was $4, so I made $9.30. This I got for like $1 at a yard sale, and I actually just dropped the price on this. Victoria's Secret Bling Black Sequin and Pink Weekender Large Tote Bag. Um, it was very cute and it was in excellent condition. And these things, so I actually used this to keep all my other purses in. So, I mean, it served a purpose. I used it. Um, but these, sometimes they sell quick, sometimes they don't, but they always end up selling for me. So, um, they purchased that for $14. My cost of goods was $1. So I made $10.05 off of that. These were listed for 65 days. New with tag, salvage, men's Y2K. This is all stuff I found on the tag. Reg Anarchy. I guess they make other ones like Monarch, I want to say, but these were the Anarchy. Straight distressed whisker. I learned that keyword from somebody. He uses it a lot. So I decided to stick that in there. But these I listed for $49.98 because they were brand new and that's what they were selling for. And people kept trying to like offer me $30 and like there was used ones that sold for $30. So I just pretty much held out. And so these ended up in my 10% off sale for 44.98. Someone offered me 35 and they were 65 days old. I was at this point I was like just take them. I got these in an online auction for $12.25. So I made $15.38 on those. These I had for a while, 145 days, but these were women's and the men's seemed to do really well. But I got these because they were new with tags, 511 tactical strike pants, women's size 16 long, cargo pockets. Um, I don't know what else to say about they were brand new. I can't $84 is what somebody paid for those brand new. Uh, they ended up, yeah. So after 120 days, they renew on eBay. So these ended up not in one of my sales. So when my things relist on eBay after 120 days and it's already been through all my drop down sales, I like to go in and look at the listing and maybe change it or drop the price or sometimes take better pictures. And these, I just left it alone and I left the price alone. I didn't do anything with them. And they ended up selling full price for $39.98. My cost of goods was $11. I got these in an online auction. My profit was $21.64. This is some more yarn. It feels like I've sold a lot of this yarn, but my tote is like still full. This is Classic Elite Yarns Premier, Four Hanks Light Green. These were Pima cotton and Tencel. Um, I think I had them for like 24.98, and then some kind of offer was sent out, or they sent me an offer for 22.38. I accepted that. My cost of goods was $8. I made $11.62. Those were listed for 15 days. These were so cute, and I'm pretty sure you actually saw these in a thrift haul. I got, yeah, my bins haul. These are new without box man girl patent leather pointed toe buckle sling back flats, size 7. And that was, I think that was a stock photo that I took from someone else, and that is such an ugly picture. Like, I don't know. It doesn't look right to me, but these were really like brand new. They just sat on the floor in someone's closet. But those sold for $23. My cost of goods was a dollar, so I made $17.40. This item is Judy Blue Skinny Fit Capri White, size 5/27, clean. These were like in perfect condition, mid rise. There was still stock photos for them. I had them listed for $24.98. They were in my 10% off sale. Someone offered me 18 and I accepted it. My cost of goods was $3.37. So I made $12.06 on those. Those were listed for 53 days. These, I don't typically pick up Maurice's. I think this is the first Maurice's thing I actually ever picked up. But I picked them up because they had a lot going for them. They were women's size medium, olive green, cargo utility pants, drawstrings, straight leg. They were in really good condition. So those were listed for $25. Someone purchased them for full price. My cost of goods was $5, so I made 15 cents off of those. This I got for $3 at a yard sale. I actually had quite a few of these, and this is the last one to go. I need to pick up more during yard sale season. So this is just a bunch of Singer sewing machine spare parts. And then what I will do there is put a couple of the part numbers in the listing. Um, these end up coming with different things in them. Like when you find them, especially at yard sales, they'll have a bunch of different things in them. Like one of the other kits I had didn't have a slide plate. This is a slide plate. This is the part that one of the numbers goes to because that's a very popular item that people are looking for. And these all, they have part numbers on them. But basically, I just buy one of these kits at a yard sale for anywhere between like $1 and $3. I don't think anyone's ever charged me more than that for them. This one was listed. I think I always list them for $24.98 and then just kind of take whatever from there. But I've had some of these, and people have had 11 pieces in it, and uh, they sell really well. And the box is so tiny, honestly. So storage, as long as you don't lose it because it is tiny. But that one was listed for 179 days. My cost of goods was $3. It sold for 22.48. So my total profit was $16.29. This is my daughter's. She asked me to sell for her. She is cleaning out some of her stuff, gave me a few of her video games to sell for her. This is Pokemon Arceus. Um, I listed it for $39.98. It wasn't even listed for 24 hours, and it sold for my full asking price of $39.98. My daughter's profit, because she's not the one that bought it, is $33.89. This has been listed for 108 days, but it is golf season, so it makes sense that it would sell now. But this is new with tags. Nike Dry Fit men's polo shirt, size extra large, gray, golf shirt. It was $65. I had it listed for $34.98. It was in my 20% off sale. And then my Nifty sent out a 5% offer and they accepted for $26.57. My cost of goods was $5, so I made $17.81. This had a lot of it. I thought this was going to sell on Etsy. It had a lot of attention on Etsy. This is a vintage Ichiban, I don't know, Japan women's floral, Japanese kimono, yukata, robe, birds, jacket, and it measured as a large, extra large. I had it listed for $59.98. It was really pretty. But right here, made in Japan. Like it hadn't even been washed or anything. It was very nice. Someone kept it in really nice condition. Uh, an offer was sent out for 51.27. They accepted. My cost of goods was $3.37, so I made $41.66. This is a manga graphic novel I bought. I know you've seen these on some of my what solds. Last at the end of summer, I bought a huge box of manga off a kid who bought them to resell, but he was going off to college and didn't have time. So that sold for $4.78. My cost of goods is $2, so I made $1.78. I'm already in the positive on those. This was so exciting, and this was a bins find. I did show it in a haul. This was listed for 41 days. It is a Easter Reptar t-shirt, Rugrats, Nickelodeon 90s, Y2K, size large on the Hanes Beefy tag, which I think is like a thing. People like it wasn't even vintage and I took a picture, so I'm not trying to pass it off as vintage, but it was listed for 24.98 because my sales ran out and I haven't restarted them yet, and I've thought about it like 10 times and I just haven't started it yet. So it was listed for 24.98. My Nifty sent out like a 5% offer. My cost, so they purchased it for $23.72. My cost of goods was a dollar. I made $19.42. This I got at the bins as well. No, this was in the bag from my friend. I have this one and I have another one that's orange, but it's a little more yellow than this one. And these I found, uh, I looked on eBay and the sell through rate, like they were selling pretty good. So I decided to list it. I think I listed it for like 15. Someone offered me $8, and because of the direction I now want to move in, I just accepted it. So I made $4.05 on that. These I showed you. Oh, and the Old Navy shirt was listed for 10 days. These Converse were listed for 27 days. I showed these in a bins haul. So my average cost of goods was $1. And these were in really, really good condition. You can see from the pictures, I mean, even the bottoms were in really good condition. I I think I had them listed for $22. Someone paid my full asking price. My average cost of goods was $1, so that makes my profit $16.60. This is a cardigan. Where did I find that? $6.08. Probably a regular thrift store. But this actually, I found other items by this brand, Wooden Ships, and it was going for good money. And this was open front, mohair, wool cardigan, black, gray knit, size small to medium. And so that sold on an offer for $23. My cost of goods was $6.08. I will make $12.32. This is the last sale for the week. This is an Ann Taylor floral lace. I picked this up because I thought it had a lot going for it. Floral lace, white, navy blue, pink size, extra large, tank blouse, sleeveless top. So the front was like this material. This was like very, I should have put in like office, career, blah, blah, all that stuff. But this was listed for a while, 65 days. Um, so this was very like officey. The back though was cotton, and if you know, like this material kind of sucks on your back when you're sitting in an office all day. So I thought it was very nice having like the cotton on the back. So they offered me $12 and I took it because I'm trying to get rid of all those low dollar items. My cost of goods was $3. So I made six. So to recap my week, I made 26 sales. My total cost of goods was $99.87, which makes my average cost of goods $3.81. My total revenue for the week was $638.12, which makes my net for the week $348.91. My average sale price was $21.29. I would like to bring this up over $25, but I know that's not going to be something that happens overnight because I'm still trying to get rid of these lower dollar items and I'm accepting very low offers on them. And a lot of them are going to probably get pulled and put into my Whatnot show on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will link that down below. My average profit was $11.66. So I have decided going forward, I will probably be doing Whatnot a couple times a month. I'm building up things for a men's show right now, but I have stuff for a women's show. I have 34 or 36 items put aside already, and then probably Friday I'll go through what's left of what I have listed and pull a lot of those, the ones that aren't getting attention and stuff. I feel like, I don't know, a lot of this stuff, like it does sell. It's just I, for whatever reason, can't sell it. And part of the problem is at the beginning when I was reselling, I wanted to get like the most out of items. So if someone offered me something that was like lower than what lower than $5 of my asking price, I was not accepting it. So I think, and the algorithms work is like when you first list an item is when it's going to get the most traction. So that's when you really need to like sell your item. So after a while, it just kind of falls off, and that's what's happening like with these items, and it's making it hard for me to move them now. So I'm going to end up pulling a lot of those and putting them in my whatnot show. Um, After that, I do have a men's pile started. I'm going to the bins, not this weekend, but the weekend after. My friend's daughter that goes to the bins with me is busy, so she asked me to wait for her. So I will. I love thrifting with her. She is so fun. And I also have a lot of other video games. Not Switch games. Those I can't do. Those are my daughter's, and she wants the money. But I have a bunch of like PlayStation, Xbox games and stuff that I'm probably going to put in a men's show, or if I can get more, I might be able to. I'm kind of working on something. Then I might do a show for those, a whatnot show, just to like sell them quickly. Video games, a lot of times you're looking, especially because I have like PS2 games, like older console games, and unless it's like a Pokemon game or something, like it's going to be sitting for a while. I have sold GTA all of like a bunch. I quit selling them like singly and I started bundling them, and I think that's what's hurting me. But now I just kind of want to get rid of them because yard sale season is going to be starting again and I'm going to get more. So, um I would like to thank you if you're still here. Thank you for sticking around this long and watching my video. You are awesome. And if you don't know about Whatnot, I will put my link down below. They will give you a free $15 to shop, and you don't have to spend it in my show. Would be nice, but you don't have to. But just being there, support me, watch me, maybe pick up some things for yourself or whomever. But so I would like to know like how you guys clear out your low dollar items that have been sitting for long. I kind of just want to like keep things moving. My store has over 700 items in it right now. My SKU system is pretty down pat. Haven't lost anything, knock on wood. Um, Nothing that I had to like cancel. So I got that going for me. um, but other than that, what do you guys do? Like, and how do you feel about listing lower dollar items? For me, it's really becoming a chore because I work full time and I need the insurance. So, um, I need my job. That's not an option, even though I love reselling and I am doing like just better than the month before, like over and over. Since November, I would say I have just been like surprising myself like month after month. So that is really reassuring. Um, Enough babble from me. I hope everybody has a good evening or a good day, whichever it is for you, and happy hunting.